Today's rehousing, we're going to carry on with the Brachypelmas, but today we're going to get both the hamorii and the amelia done. I've decided to do both in one hit. Let's go to the other room. So here we are in Rehouse Central. We have the amelia, which is the Mexican redleg, and over here we have the Brachypelma hamorii, which is the Mexican redknee. This has to be possibly my favourite brachy. Do excuse the fingers, I've been mixing substrates. This spider has to be my favourite Brachypelma, I do believe. You'll see why in a little bit. The carapace is just something to die for. When these are freshly molted, they are an absolutely beautiful spider. Right, so we're going to put this camera down on a tripod. Again, you can see, look, they've got room. It's not loads of room, but again, they can't really wander too much. Not that they do, but I'd like to give them the option. And these new tubs, if I can just get a lid, as I've shown you previously, they give a little bit more space, but they also have quite a bit more depth. They're sort of like maybe 2 inches deeper. So at least they're going to get a new home that they can live in for quite some time without any problems. This one's got a little bit more room just simply because of the way the cork bark is and stuff, but we're going to move them both anyway, so I can use the Brachypelma. The Brachypelma are going to be used for Davises or something like that. Right, let's get this camera set up and we'll get the rehousings done. Okay, first up we're going to do the hamorii. What we're going to do is, again, as we've done with all these brackies for the last few weeks, is I'm going to take the spider out and mix the substrate with this slightly damper compost that we've got here. It's not compost, it's peat moss and topsoil mix, 50-50. I like this because the topsoil adds a little bit of element of like sand. You can see it's quite wet here at the moment, but that's fine. We'll mix it with the dry stuff and then this will dry out over time. Spider won't mind it for a few days while it just dries out. Right, let's get this spider out of here. This one's a little bit more lively than the other brackies that I've got. This is a male, confirmed male, and confirmed spiciness. If I was going to put this on the scale of spiciness, I would say this is like possibly on the Madras, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how you'd gauge it that way. But anyway, right, see if we can get it to walk into the catch cup. We're going to go that way, dude. Come on. Come on. We are going to move you because you're not going to stay. I know you're not going to stay. Come on. Up. Up, up, up. Thank you. Flicky, flicky, McFlixen. Good. Good boy. Go on. In you go. Make sure you're in there before I start messing around. As you can see, if the camera decides to focus, come on, it's a lovely spider. I mean, look at the markings on that. It's the classic tarantula, isn't it? The hamorii. Hamorii and smithy. Oh, they're lovely. Lovely looking spiders. Right, that's a lot easier. We know full well that one's not going to go anywhere. We can now transfer some stuff out of here. It does flick, but the hairs on this one don't seem to really bother me, so I'm not going to worry too much. Take its cork bark out. Take that out. Old water bowl out. We've got all new stuff. Yeah, substrate's quite dry. We'll just get this all tipped in here. As you can see, tubs are quite a bit deeper, maybe an inch. Maybe I was overestimating. Shock horror, man, is overestimating. But the size wise that way, there's a lot more. So a lot more footprint to mess with. Right, let's get this mixed up. Regret my choice to do this by hand afterwards, but that'll be alright. What's an urticating hair between friends, eh? Here we go, it's nicely mixed. We have a brand new water bowl. So let's get this cork bark, not that this one's going to really use it. It sort of uses just a perch on, so we'll give a pre-made burrow, but I highly doubt this one's going to use it. Push all this down a little bit, pack that down, give it a little bit of a slope so it has like a couple of different heights. Water bowl down the front, fill that up. Leaf litter. Get some leaf litter in there. There we go. I think that'll do. We're just going to put this sorry looking little bit of decor back in here as well. If I can get that in. I didn't bring my tweezers in with me, like a silly person. But I think that looks alright. That looks okay. It's a basic setup. It's a basic setup, but yeah, it looks nice. It's suitable for the spider. Hopefully this is going to be a very quick and simple rehouse. Right, you're going to come out, dude. Back that way. Okay, you're going to run, are you? Go on, nice and slow. We can do this nice and slow. We don't need to be aggro, do we? Perfect. And that's it. Lovely looking spider. Honestly, it's so gorgeous. The hamorii is just absolute beast. This one, like I said, is very heavy pre-molt. You can see from the sides of that abdomen that it's super near a molt. But with the brackies, that could be any time. Super slow growing, as we know. Lovely spider and really, really beautiful colours on those knees. I mean, look at that. That's just absolutely stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. I just think they're gorgeous looking things, so I'm well pleased to have these. I've got this one, I've got a Smithy as well. Anyway, right, that one done, we can now move on to the Amelia. Let's put you in there, shall we? Loads of room to grow. Right, next one's up. Next one is the Amelia. This one, uber fat, very, very fat spider. This one absolutely eats for England. I think on a scale of spiciness, I'll put this one down as a slightly warmer than normal curry. Nothing more than that, to be honest with you. It's not like super spicy, but it does like to attack its food. So we're going to hopefully get it to go backwards, and we'll go backwards onto, come on, let's go back, come on, backwards, let's go backwards into the catch cup. No, we don't want to go backwards. We do want to go backwards. Can you go backwards? Come on. What you can't see is the fact that these legs are so strong. Once they decide to grip something, they don't let go. So we're going to go forwards and see if it will move forward instead, which would seem like the more sensible way to move an animal. Anyway, come on, let's go up. Look at the bottom on that one. You can see what I mean by pre-molt. I mean, it is so chunky. Very chunky indeed. Right, let's make sure you're in. I don't want you escaping, deciding to turn around and jump. And again, let's have a look at this one on camera. Get that in focus. I mean, look at that. Oh. It's a stunning looking spider. Very, very different from the hamorii. I'll try and get some macro footage in a minute, but yeah, that one's gorgeous, isn't it? I did purchase all of these spiders around the same sort of time. I got them from at Seas when we was down there, not this year but last year when I first started collecting spiders, from Bugnut, Clayton Patilla, as he was back then, as he's trading then, before the evolution of them into Bugnut. But yeah, right, I do love the brackies. Nice bit of cork bark, we'll put that in a second. All the dry detritus, I think that's how you say it. Right. A good bit of dirt in there. Mix this up with, this one does flick a little bit more, so get all that in there first. Break up all the dry stuff and then get it mixed up. Get all that done in there nicely, and that looks like a lovely mix now. Really happy with that actually. We'll take that massive rock out. The only downside to topsoil. Another new water bowl, which we'll put down the same corner as all the others. These enclosures all look very, very similar. Cork bark. We'll go sort of nice angle with this one. Get that in, give a nice ridge up that side and up this side. Give that a little push down. There we go. Obligatory leaf litter. Sprinkle this one in. Sometimes I crush it all up, sometimes I leave like a few whole leaves in there. I think the spiders sometimes appreciate the bigger leaves. Gives them something to move around the enclosure and stuff, so that's that in there. And what we'll do is we'll pop that up nice and high. Nice big gap there. Fill the water bowl, as always. Now time to move the spider back in. So let's get that off. These rehouses are almost like perfect, aren't they, with the smoothness of the spiders and stuff like that, which is good. No stress, no drama. Right, you're going to have to go backwards now. Oh, let's keep contact with you the whole time. Just see if we can get you to shuffle. Yeah. Onto the leaf. Right. Yep. Feels a bit unusual. Something new territory. Definitely got sensors in their feet, and you know they can feel this with their hairs and everything. What's new, what's familiar, what isn't. And I think it's really important that you do give them time to sort of settle into their new environment, because they need to see this stuff. Look at the colours on that. I mean, that is a stunning, stunning spider. And the carapace, as I said, it's like, what's not to love about that? Looks like the albiceps with a black triangle, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous looking spider. So happy to have this one in my collection. It's just a beautiful, beautiful beast. Yeah, the Brachypelma amelia, people. What a lovely, lovely spider that is, eh? Gorgeous. Right, let's put the lid on that. Mrs is going to absolutely kill me for just tipping all the substrate on the floor, but hey ho. Right, we're done. Let's go back to the other room. And we're back in the room. So that's the last two of the brackies for the rehousing anyway. We've had the amelia, the hamorii, the eratum and the albiceps. When you see the distribution of them, obviously they're all Mexican spiders. You've got the amelia sort of located, all of them seem to be on the very west coast of Mexico, and along that ridge line you have the amelia up high coming gradually down through to the classy hamorii, and then there's a big cluster of all the other species like just below that, which make up the bulk of that southwesterly part of Mexico. Gorgeous spiders, very hardy, very easy to keep. Some of them are harder to get hold of in the hobby than others, but in general their distribution's pretty fair. Not too expensive for what you're getting. They're a long-lived spider, and they're, like I say, they're almost bulletproof to a certain extent. Sometimes with a little bit of a spice, but pretty calm, pretty chilled spiders most of all. Very good sort of starter species in my opinion anyway. And that's it for the Brachypelmas. Next week, I'm not sure what we're doing yet. We are probably going to be rehousing some Davus pentaloris. We have a few new additions, which I won't go into just yet, but I did have a very generous gift sent my way, and I'm absolutely overwhelmed with what we've got this week through the post. So we'll cover that another time. Anyway, this video's gone on long enough already, guys. If you did enjoy today's rehousings, regardless of the fact that they're not exactly super exciting because there's no bolts, runs and me going crazy and screaming or anything, like I said in the last video, spider welfare is paramount. I'd rather them go smooth, I'd rather them be docile than have any sort of risk to either myself or the spiders, most importantly. So if you did enjoy today's video, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. If there's anything you want to see from my collection going forwards, any videos you'd like me to do, anything that you sort of find interesting that I haven't done for a while maybe, just put it in the comments, let me know. Obviously the content I produce, I'd like it to be viewed, and I'd like it to be the sort of content that people want to watch. So yeah, just leave a comment, let me know. Things like, you know, maybe if you're starting the hobby, what I found in the last 2 years, lists of things that new keepers might find beneficial, you know, anything like that. As long as you don't say rehouse your S. calceatum, all other things are on the table. So anyway guys, thanks a lot, and we'll catch up with you next week.